In these past 3 years of my life, I have learned so much about life itself, other people, and most importantly, myself. And one of the one thing being, right, as a whole, and the reasoning for a lot of our actions and the results of who we are or who we end up becoming is so simple, right? And it is due to the many different voids that so many of us have because we are simply unhealed. How do I know this? Because if you are somebody and before you be like, no, that's not me, just listen. If you look over your life and if in any way, right, you have chosen to search for outer things to fill you, because often what happens, I think that we don't really realize is that we mistake things that feel good, we mistake pleasure for something that is fulfilling, right? And so what happens is we often chase, right, a feeling, whether it be through sex, whether it be through success, right, whether it be through alcohol, whether it be through another person, whether it be through weed or whatever drug of your choice. Anytime you are constantly chasing something because it makes you feel good, right? That is the evidence that something is missing in you, right? Let me say this right. So anytime you are chasing, is if the feeling is the source of fulfillment, that is the evidence that something is missing. You are lacking something on the outside. You are chasing something on the outside because you are lacking something within the inside. And this is the reason why you continue to go to the bottle, why you continue to have sex and sometimes with multiple people, why you continue to chase money and success, why you continue to chase fame, why you continue to chase a high, because it's something that you so desperately want that you think that thing is going to give you that ultimately is never going to give you. It's going to be like a dog chasing its tail. It's never going to happen. And so we end up, destroying who we are, destroying our lives, or destroying the lives of other people who we come in contact with simply because of unchecked trauma, unchecked pain, things that you aren't choosing to acknowledge or even deal with from your past, maybe things that's happening to you now. It can be so many different factors that are at play that is causing you to constantly choose to seek after things on the outside, thinking that this is going to be something that is going to fill you. But again, the evidence is temporary because you got to keep going to it. You got to keep getting high. You got to keep having sex. You got to keep chasing this feeling because in your mind, right? Your mind is telling you that this is the thing that I need, that this is the thing that's helping me cope. This is the thing that's helping me deal with. This is the thing that's making me better, to some delusion, because people feel like certain things like weed, you know what I'm saying, helps them to do certain things better. And really, it's a mind thing. Listen, I know I used to smoke. I used to smoke. I used to believe that very thought that, oh, weed helps me do this better. Weed helps me. And ultimately, it does not. Your body has been used to consuming it for so long. So now your mind tells you that this is what you need in order for this particular thing. So you keep doing it. It's a delusion. And so it also is because it's a deeper thing going on within yourself that you aren't choosing to deal with. And I think that it can be many factors, right? You know, maybe some people don't deal with things or don't acknowledge things because, you know, it means you have to open yourself up, right? You have to be vulnerable, right? And a lot of people are scared to be vulnerable. Why? Because you don't know who to be vulnerable to. Because if you end up opening up to the wrong person, they may use it against you. And so with that, I would say you have to use wisdom and discernment on knowing who you can open up to, who you can be vulnerable with, right? Because the truth is we can't be vulnerable with everybody. We can't show everybody our wounds and our scars. We just can't, right? And so I think that also dealing with things like from the past, they are hard truths that is just some people just don't want to face. And sometimes the truth is we have to face those hard things in order to heal. If you don't choose to face something from your past that was dark, that was traumatic, that brought you pain and, you know what I'm saying, just grief, if you don't choose to deal with that, it's going to deal with you, and it's going to deal with you in a way that is unhealthy. It's going to come out and you're going to be toxic, right? You're going to have anger issues. You're going to have all these different things that's going to show up in who you are. And that's why a lot of people are showing up not in the best version of themselves, showing up with all these different issues because of, again, the unchecked things from the past. We gotta start dealing with things from the past, and we gotta start being so filled within ourselves that we don't need nothing on the outside to fill us. And that is the ultimate goal, for you to have everything you need within yourself to the degree that you are supposed to be filled within yourself. And so I just say all that to say the world as we know it would be such a better place if people would just choose to just heal.